2017, Persephone Brimstone gathered an unruly band of misfits to take on the evil Dr. Babylon and his criminal legion.
Mayhem! I should have known.
These men and women escaped a life of certain oppression to the Soul Underground. Today, funded by Ultor, they survive as soldiers of fortune.
Come get some!
If you want bad versus evil, if you want more fun per square mile, maybe you should play Agents of Mayhem.
Hi guys, so welcome back to our Agents of Mayhem preview. We've already kind of discussed the general premise of the game and how the open world works for it. Now we're going to have a quick chat about the various characters we get to play as and also how they work within the game in terms of the actual gameplay. So Ben, in terms of what you got to see and in terms of what's available, how many characters are we looking at for the whole game?
So you'll have 12 in total, but they'll need unlocking through casual progression. The way we started out in the first mission, we had our first 3 loadout, which included Hollywood, who's kind of like your archetypal American movie star sort of thing. Then you had Hardtack, who's kind of like a big burly black sailor dude with a spear on his back.
Yeah.
And then Fortune, who was kind of a Hispanic pirate, and she's a bit kind of like Overwatch's Tracer sort of thing. She's really quick, nifty, and like 2 guns. But each has a kind of unique loadout in the sense of the weapons they've got and the specials they've got. So Hollywood, for example, has got standard machine gun. His special is a grenade, but then his Mayhem, which all of them will have, which is like kind of limited super attack that kind of tends to make them invulnerable.
Okay.
His, for example, would be to make the world his kind of movie stage. So there's just explosions happening everywhere for no reason, and every shot he does like triple to quadruple damage sort of thing. Right. So. Hardtack's got his spear, which kind of teleports, and then his Mayhem is he's basically invulnerable to everyone and can just go nuts. So it's kind of, there's a focus on loadout in the sense of, instead of thinking of what weapons I'm going to carry, it's like, who am I going to have on my team to kind of complement what I'm out to do.
So there aren't a variety of weapons to be kind of equipping yourself with. It, like you said, your kind of your loadout is your team.
Yeah.
And you're picking your team for the scenario that you want going into each individual mission.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you're doing the missions, certain tasks will be better completed by certain teammates, and they'll kind of let you know. There was one mission where in my loadout I had Daisy, who's kind of the big roller derby girl with a massive minigun, but I was playing as someone else and trying to take down a turret, and she kept shouting in the back like, I'll do this, I can do this quicker, sort of thing. Okay. So you'd know that I'll switch out to her really quickly and then get the job done. If
you're approaching the mission incorrectly, should we say?
Yeah. Not the best way. Yeah. You'll get a little nudge.
Okay. Oh, that's good. So the characters, they're not kind of just vanished. They're kind of there in the back and they're in the sound.
Yeah. So whoever you're playing as, whenever you want to switch, you just press left or right on the D-pad and you'll flick out to the next one.
Okay.
So if you want to change out of the 3 though, then you've got to go back to the Ark, which is kind of like your main base, and then you can switch out from there. But from the 3 you've got, you just switch out during play. And
we've seen from some of the Daisy footage that they've kind of got these unique animations as well for like jumping into cars and.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that the same for all of them? Is they kind of all got their individual kind of way of jumping into a car? I guess.
Yeah. They all have their unique thing. So when you call the car, it'll come running sort of like Knight Rider around the corner, and there'll be kind of a purple disc on the floor. If you stand in it, then boom, it will do the animation. So. Only, for example, he's like a Japanese assassin with a silencer pistol. His one is he'll dive in and shoot the screen. Daisy's one, I'm pretty sure she flipped the bird. There's a few others like that, unique ones that go through.
And during your playthrough, did you get to see any other kind of animations, or is it just when they're getting into the cars and stuff? Are there other bits that they can kind of do with?
No, there's other animations for each. I don't know everything that it will be for, but I mean, Daisy, for example. There's one you'll probably see where she's kind of like grinding on her gun at some point, and they've all got a kind of bit of personality, and they all communicate with each other as well. So the loadout you've got will, they'll have conversations with each other over comms, and it's got that typical Saints Row like Volition style humour.
Right.
So it works.
Failing.
I call dibs on taking a selfie with Babylon's corpse.
Sounds great. Stay with us. We're going to have a quick chat where we're going to talk about the modes and how the main campaign works within the game, and also any other bits we will kind of mop up from our playthrough. You can also go back to the other video, which is in the description, if you want to know a bit more about the general story and premise of the game.
Next time on Agents of Mayhem.
Shall we burn rubber?